Next one, Will H. Will here from Richmond, Kentucky. I wanted to say love the podcast. It's the best by far. James, you and Dutch make a great team. Now my question is, how has Paul Heyman remained relevant after all these years? Is he an ass kisser or a brilliant mind?
Well, he's a little bit of both.
You think?
Oh, yeah. How's he going to last all those years up there with all those backstabbing bastards? He had to get in there. And I think he got in there a long time ago because Paul Heyman is an excellent salesman. He sold ECW to WWE in such a way that they thought they had a really piece of property. And they did, probably, because they're looking at the content he is producing. And if you read about Paul Heyman, some of his early years, he didn't pay a lot of guys sometimes. You know, little Chris Candido?
Mm-hmm.
Candido, according to his brother, would go and buy tickets, airplane tickets for the guys, and submit the bill to Paul Heyman. I think when Chris passed away, I think Paul still owed him like 30 grand in actual money that he had gone. Now, here's another thing. I used to hear a thing about Paul Heyman and airplane tickets. I was in an airport once. I don't think it was Atlanta. It could have been. I looked through the glass, and there's Paul Heyman at the counter with a whole bunch of like stacks of paper. And what he would do, he was taking these tickets, and I forgot, I don't know if he was upgrading them or downgrading them. Oh, he was changing the person's name who's on the ticket. He had a credit card, and the only thing that he wanted to do was get his name, his credit card name or number on these tickets, I think. Then he would take all those tickets and just turn them back in. And where's the refund going to go to? Mm-hmm. The last number on the ticket, which was his credit card number. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I did see him spend about an hour at a window with a gate agent at some airport on the East Coast. I do know that, whether that's true or not, but I've heard stories about that for years.
You know, the comedy of that is that Paul Heyman was fired for that by, I think, Bill Watts. And then Paul Heyman turned around and sued WCW and won. So I think a lot of that money ended up helping support either ECW or the other thing he was trying to do with Jim Crockett Jr.